Hi, this is Cameron again, here to talk about some new purchases I've gotten on vinyl the last couple days. So, without further ado, I'm hoping to reduce the glare a little bit that I saw in my earlier videos, so I'll be experimenting a little bit to try to reduce that glare. So, first one is a Herb Alpert and Hugh Masekela teaming up in 1978. Hugh Masekela is from South Africa, and Herb Alpert, of course, is from the States. So this is some jazz, some funk, some soul. Next up, from somebody who had been in Elvis's early band, Bill Black. So Bill Black's Combo Award winners. This came out in 1977. Instrumental music. Next up, some collection of sort of rock and roll by Bobby Darin, 1936 to 1973. This came out in about 1980. Then from the film soundtrack for Fast Break, a comedy that came out in 1979. Dan Fogelberg, some soft rock, Windows and Walls, 1984. Greatest Hits of the Four Tops from 1971, so it's a collection of their earlier music, R&B. So all of these were $1 a piece, except for two albums were $2 a piece. So I was scouring the bargain bins of local record shops. Okay, some jazz piano, Errol Gardner, Concert by the Sea. This came out in 1956. The hits of Woody Herman, including Woodchopper's Ball from 1939. So this is music from the 40s and 50s. Here's a local band from Manitoba, Bill and Sue-Ann Hillman, featuring Sue-Ann. They were did rock, folk, they did weddings, they did all sorts of variety of music to survive. You see these albums quite often in our thrift shops, but to find it with the wrap on it still is not so common. Doug Kershaw's Spanish Moss from 1970, some Cajun music, featured in Zachariah, which I showed in a previous video. Now here was the find of the day. This I could not believe in the dollar bin. Nobody seemed to know what this was, but of course I did because I've been to Nigeria twice. So this is Fela Kuti in Africa 1970, International Thief on a Nigerian label from 1980. This was an incredible find. This was like winning the lottery for me, because I've had a chance to actually visit the shrine of Fela Kuti in Nigeria, brought there by well, it's a dark place, and went with a driver to keep me safe. And it was a real trip of a lifetime. It's a bar. Got to see Fela Kuti play. That was at the Fela Kuti Shrine. Best of Brownie McGee and Sonny Terry from 1969 on Prestige. These were all $1. Thought that was a good find. Saw Brownie McGee many years ago at our Winnipeg Folk Festival. Rafael Mendez, trumpet spectacular, Mexican trumpet player. Canadian jazz artist by the name of Phil Nimmons Group, the Canadian Scene, endorsed by Oscar Peterson, and a write-up on the back. Jean-Luc Ponty, French violin jazz. This came out in 1976. Imaginary Voyage. Two Demi Roussos from Greece. First of all, Magic in 1977. Gatefold. Then from 1971, Vedette, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1. Again, a gatefold. Next up, The Shadows on Arc Records, Hit Parade. Cedro's Armada, which I found out is a New Mexico band. 1973. Cedro's Armada, some kind of rock and roll. Later on they played in Las Vegas. Haven't had a chance to listen to this yet. So it's obviously on a local label. Then What's New Pussycat, the soundtrack, featuring Tom Jones, Manfred Mann, and Dionne Warwick, 1965. Now, I just had a chance to see this movie recently. I got a soundtrack from 1966, beat up copy, but still has some of the songs I really enjoyed from the movie. The Wild Angels, featuring Peter Fonda, Nancy Sinatra, and a bunch of real Hells Angels. Now this is a strange one. I already got this a couple months ago, and then I got another copy tonight of Wild in the Streets. And the reason I got it is because they have two different gatefolds. So here they're like reversed. So here the write-up is on the one side, the picture's on the other side, and then the reverse on the new copy. So how to explain that, I don't really know. That's from 1968. Finally, some New Age, 1980 by George Winston. So that's it. Leave your comments below and I'll try to get back to you and answer some questions or comments. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.